Hey, it's Lauren with Let Me Organize It, and I'm showing you my paperwork. So as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm pretty much paperless, and I've loved that feeling ever since 2012 when I first learned about it. And I have to admit, at first I was definitely nervous and hesitant, but it felt really good to get rid of a lot of excess paper because I tend to move a lot and it's just something else to pack up and keep track of. So when I went paperless, I invested in this Lockbox, which I got from Staples. It's fire resistant, waterproof, and locks. It's also about 50-something pounds, so it's not something you can easily pick up and rush off with. And I set up these filing system based on what I needed at the time. I've actually since gone even more paperless, so some of these folders are empty, which I'll breeze over, but I've also color coordinated them because that's just who I am as an organizer. So the first one I have is for Let Me Organize It, and it has my information like my doing business as or my fictitious business name, my insurance information, my membership with the National Association of Professional Organizers, etc. Then I've got some information on wineries, wine business, because this is another side business that I have. And then I go into my personal files, which include dental, medical, pet medical, which actually I don't even have very much in any of these anymore because most of this is all paperless. In fact, my dog's vet information is kept on a jump drive that I keep in my wallet so that I have it and I can give it to people who are watching her if they need it. I do have some memorabilia in here. Memorabilia can be kept in a more of a memorabilia box. I just happen to have some that fits in a file folder. There's not much. Then I move into my important files, which are my green files, and that includes bills, which I actually don't get many bills anymore, so at least in the mail. So these are all electronic, so there's nothing in there. Donations, I don't have any donations right now, but it's still early on in the year. Finances and real estate, receipts, and then of course taxes. So taxes you do have to keep locked up. These are your golden ticket. They have your name, your social security number, what you make, your address, and technically even speaking your fingerprints on them. So these must be locked up at all times, whether it's in a lockbox, it's in a safe deposit box at the bank, or it's in a safe in your home. I would also advise you lock up your medical documents. That's also crucial. Those sometimes have your social security number on them because many insurance providers will use that or a form of that for your ID number through them. So I always place the most recent tax return in the front, and then I will take the one out from the back, and I keep 7 years, and that's all I need. Beyond that, I've got my insurance, whether it's my valuable personal property or my rental insurance. I also have my last will and testament in here with supporting documentation, power of attorney, etc. So this is where I keep that kind of really important documentation. I also have some educational files. I have some former work files, resumes, etc. And then the other thing that I keep in here are my hard drives so that they're safe from any kind of fire or flood or anything like that, and my passport. Now, I would also recommend keeping things like birth certificates, social security cards, marriage license, stock certificates, property certificates, like if you live in a co-op building, or divorce papers, anything like that, death certificates you want to keep locked up and in a safe place. My passport is the only thing I have in here. My social security card and my birth certificate are with my father in his safe, and I feel very comfortable about that because I don't really need those documents. And so that is what I keep in my locked box. And as you can see, I keep very little paperwork. I often will scan and just save things to my computer or my Google Drive. You can save to Dropbox as well. And now I find myself unsubscribing from things, using Paper Karma, Unroll.me, and finding ways to get less paper in my life. When I go to conferences, I'll use Evernote to take a picture, or Scannable or Genius Scan, so that I have a digital format of the paper. It's rare that I take actual paper, and when I do, it usually gets scanned. So this is a quick glimpse into my paper files. And if you have any questions, please comment below or don't hesitate to contact me through my website. And if you have any more questions about going paperless, I do offer virtual organizing and can certainly set up a session with you to walk you through how to get down to just a small section of paper in your life as well. So until next time, thanks so much.